My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, today we are in the 31st Sunday in the ordinary time. In today's readings, we are presented with a powerful message about true greatness and the responsibilities of those in leadership roles. The prophet Malachi speaks of the importance of honoring God by offering our best, while St. Paul reminds us of the loving and selfless care he and his companions provided. But it is in the Gospel passage from Matthew that we find a profound lesson on humility and true greatness. In today's Gospel, we find Jesus addressing a critical issue of his time, the behavior of the religious leaders, the teachers of the law, and the Pharisees. He begins by acknowledging their authority, telling the crowds and his disciples to follow their teaching, but not their example. Why? Because, as he puts it, they do not practice what they preach. It serves as a powerful reminder for us today. It is not enough to speak the right words and to have right knowledge. Our faith calls us to live it out in our daily lives. Jesus condemns the religious leaders for loading people with heavy burdens, but being unwilling to lift a finger to help. It is a lesson for us to re-examine our lives and see if we are living out our faith with sincerity and compassion. Jesus chastises the religious leaders of his time, saying, "The greatest among you must be your servant." He calls for a shift in the way we perceive greatness. Instead of seeking recognition and honor, Jesus calls us to embrace a humble and servant-hearted attitude. Imagine a group of people at a prestigious event where everyone is competing for the best seat and the highest honor. Each person strives to outdo the other, seeking recognition and applause. In this scenario, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Now, picture another scene where a humble and selfless individual quietly serves others, helping with their needs, showing genuine care and concern. This person doesn't seek the attention and tribute, but works with sincere heart. Their actions embody the teaching of Christ, who said, "The greatest among you must be your servant." In the world, we often value success, fame, and power. We look up to those who have achieved greatness in the eyes of the world. However, the gospel challenges us to redefine the greatness. It invites us to find true greatness in act of love, service, and humility. St. Paul exemplifies with when he speaks of how he and his companions cared for the Thessalonians with tenderness and love. Their humility and selflessness are a reflection of the servant leadership that Jesus calls us to follow. So, on this 31st Sunday in the ordinary time, let us reflect on our own lives. Are we seeking the greatness in the eyes of the world, or are we striving to be true servants, following the example of Christ? Let us remember that genuine greatness is found in the acts of love, kindness, and humility. It is in serving others, just as Christ served us. May we hear the words of Jesus and be inspired by the selfless love of St. Paul and his companions. In doing so, we can be instruments of God's grace and bring His light into the world. May God bless you and have a blessed Sunday.